In round 5, start with 1 chain stitch, then work set of 3 single crochets or increase for 8 times. 1 chain stitch first, 3 single crochets, mark the first stitch. Continue to work 2 more single crochets. One increase, which means working 2 single crochets in the same stitch. Okay, 3 single crochets and 1 increase are finished. 1 set is done. Keep working 7 more sets. We work 3 single crochets and 1 increase as 1 set. Please finish the rest of 4 sets by yourself. Finally, end with 1 snip stitch. Round 5 is done. In rounds 6 to 8, work 1 chain stitch, 40 single crochets, and finally 1 snip stitch for each round. In round 6, start with 1 chain stitch. Then work 40 single crochets. Finally, end with 1 snip stitch. Let's start. Mark the first stitch. Continue to work the remaining single crochets. Finish 40 single crochets in total. Please finish rounds 6 to 8 by yourself. Work 1 chain stitch, 40 single crochets, and 1 snip stitch for each round. Here we'll skip the demo. Round 8 is done. In round 9, start with 1 chain stitch. A recurrent stitch has 2 loops. The one close to us is a front loop, while the one far from us is a back loop. In round 9, we'll work set of 2 single crochets, 1 decrease for 10 times through back loops only. Through back loops only, work 2 single crochets. Also mark the first stitch. Work 1 more single crochet. Back loops only, 1 decrease. Insert hook into next stitch and pull up loop. Insert hook into next stitch and pull up loop. 3 loops unhook now, then yarn and hook, pull through all 3 loops. That's 1 decrease. 2 single crochets and 1 decrease are finished. 1 set is done. Keep working 9 more sets. Work 2 single crochets and 1 decrease as 1 set. We have demonstrated 5 sets. Please finish the rest of 5 sets by yourself. Finally, end with 1 slip stitch. Round 9 is done. In rounds 10 to 11, work 1 chain stitch, 30 single crochets, and finally 1 slip stitch for each round. In round 10, start with 1 chain stitch. Okay. Then work 1 single crochet in each of the stitches. There will be 30 single crochets in total. Finally, end with 1 slip stitch. Please finish rounds 10 to 11 by yourself. Round 11 is done. In round 12, start with 1 chain stitch. Then work set of 3 single crochets, 1 decrease for 6 times. 3 single crochets. Also mark the first stitch. Continue to work 2 more single crochets. Next, 1 decrease. Insert hook into next stitch and pull up loop. Insert hook into next stitch and pull up loop. Then yarn hook, pull through all 3 loops. That's 1 decrease. 1 set is done. Keep working 5 more sets. We work 3 single crochets and 1 decrease as 1 set. Remove the marker. Work 1 slip stitch in the first stitch to join this round. Round 12 is done. In rounds 13 to 14, work 1 chain stitch, 24 single crochets, and finally 1 slip stitch for each round. Also remember to mark the first stitch. Continue to finish the remaining single crochets in the same way. Please finish rounds 13 to 14 by yourself. We work 1 chain stitch, 24 single crochets, and 1 slip stitch for each round. We'll skip the demo here. Round 14 is done.